Hello, everyone. This is a reading for one of our viewers. So let's get into these cards. Taking out my Hermetic Tarot. See what's going on for you. They're telling me that I should do the Tetracta spread again. I did that in the daily reading much earlier today, but now they're saying this Tetracta spread should be especially just for you. So let's lay it out. For those of you who would like a reading specifically for you, you can go onto my website and I'll get one in right away. The bottom of the deck for you is the Princess of Cups. Is asking, what do you want? And this is about receiving love, being willing to receive love. So give me just a second. I want to put this crystal back up here. And let me get my cheat sheet out. Okay, so the fire, your creative force, your will, your ambition, your determination is the Fool. You are determined to have a fresh start, a new beginning. You want to start over again. You know that within infinite potential, anything is possible, and you want to find your infinite potential. You're trusting. And so a lot of your will is in just trusting that the universe is going to show you and trusting in your connection. Okay. Let's see what is your air, which is your plans, your strategies, your idea. 8 of Cups, your big plan is I'm moving on from the things that I invested my time, emotion, and energy into that did not work out for me, that ended up being a futile effort. I'm leaving all of that behind. Okay, let's see what's going on in your water, your feelings, your emotions. You're feeling like things are getting easier. You're feeling like you left off some of the problems and the conflicts. You're not so stressed out anymore. You're not doing things that feel out of alignment with yourself. You're finally walking away from the things that you were holding on to, where your own intuition and mind was telling you, you know what, this ain't for me, and you were still there. Yeah, you leaving all that stuff alone. Anywhere where you were conflicted between your spirit and your actions and your physical life, you have chosen to walk away from those things. So let's see what's going on in your earth. You have the moon. So your with earth, this is how you approach your daily life, how you cope with your daily life. So the moon in this position is actually good because it's saying you're using your intuition to cope with daily life. Whenever challenges, situations, issues, frustrations, or difficulties come up, you're like, well, what does my intuition have to say about this? And you go there and you let that be your driving decision. Now, your creator energy is here. The stimulant is the devil. What's driving you in new directions? Well, what's driving you in new directions, first off, this is bringing up a few things. Your shadow is driving you in new directions. Apparently, you have some shadow elements within yourself that are enticing you so that you can get through more of your past cycles. The moon also talks about the past. So what's driving you, the creator in your life right now, is to face some of your inner demons, is the word they're using, and be able to conquer these things, because they're saying that in your physical life in the past, it's held you back. And with the moon here, not only is it intuition, but that's the ending of old cycles. And so it's saying that you are, first off, you are utilizing your ability to face your past, and you're being drawn into situations that will cause you to have to confront that, because this is the mastery of the shadow self. This is the mastery of your shadow elements. And the devil is also, just to throw it out there, it's all things of physical indulgence that can go overboard and cause you to end up feeling like you're being compelled, like you're being controlled, like you're being toxic. You know what I'm saying? So you may be feeling like a draw to some bad habits of yours, to some toxic connections of yours. And if you are, it's saying that it's bringing you in so you can close these old cycles out. So that doesn't mean you're actually going to go all the way up into them like you had in the past, but it's saying you're going to confront those shadows now. So you have the chance to master your shadow, doing the shadow work and becoming the master of it. What helps you and sustains you? You have the strength card, which is awesome. It says you've been through so much. You've learned how to control your inner beast. You've learned when to act and when to shut your mouth, and you've got your power, and you're in control of your actions. You don't just allow yourself to be brought to a situation and say, well, the devil made me do it. Yeah, the devil's on the table, but no, the devil can't make you do it no more. This is what sustains you, which is why I'm getting the message of, you're bringing up old things so you can be able to squash them and move past it, right? The old things that used to control you, tempt you, and make you do the things you didn't want to do, old toxic cycles, old toxic relationships, old toxic behaviors, they no longer have control over you, because you've got strength on your side now. So what's the destroyer? What does it behoove you to remove at this time? You have the Four of Swords. This is interesting because the Four of Swords is healing after a battle. So it's saying you're done healing. Now it's time to get back into action. It behooves you to not sit back on the sidelines anymore. It's saying get back in. You're a player. You're off the bench. It's time for you to get back in the game. And so whatever that means to you and however that comes up for you, I feel like get back in the game, because this devil that's being created in your life could be another romantic partnership coming up for you, is what I'm hearing. It's another romantic partnership coming up for you. No, it's not the same person. I can hear you asking, well, is it the same? No, it's not the same person. What I'm hearing, though, is it's time for you to get back in the game, because just like the last relationship helped you to face a lot of your inner shadows and do the shadow work and stand up for yourself and become stronger, wiser, and just more potent and powerful than you had ever been, this new relationship is going to give you joys, of course, just like the last one did. But guess what? You're going to rise to new heights again in this one, but again, facing more of your hidden self, okay? So let's see what the light has for you, which is your conscious energy. You have the world. Consciously, you have leveled up. You know that the universe is supporting you. You know that you have overcome some major challenges and obstacles for yourself. You know that you've made wise decisions. You know that you have accomplished something that's a big deal, that changed your world. The things that you've been through recently that gave you this strength have made you a stronger, better version of yourself. And you're like, yes, I'm the best I've ever been. But that doesn't mean you're done. It doesn't mean it's over. Let's see what's going on in your moon, in the subconscious. We have the Six of Pentacles. Subconsciously, this is about sharing. So in your subconscious, it's pulling you for sharing. I'm telling you, girl, this looks like it's trying to drive you into another relationship. I'm not even gonna lie. But the Six of Pentacles is having plenty to spare and to share. And subconsciously, there's this energy of give what you have. You have plenty to give. You have, and it's not necessarily talking about physical. This is talking about your spiritual. This is talking about your energy. This is talking about your words. This is talking about your love. This is talking about the way you present yourself to humanity, to society, to the world around you, the way you interact, giving and taking. This is about having plenty to spare and share is what I'm hearing. You've got plenty to spare and share. And it's like subconsciously, you know that. And so this is one reason why I feel you're being drawn into another relationship. But let's see What is the foundation of the whole spread? We have the 9 of Wands, the Strength card. That's the skill, and that's the that is the end of the struggle. This is where you finally reach the end of carrying a burden. This is where things are about to make a major change in your life, and you already feel it, know it, you can sense it. Let me pull a miracle now for you before we close this out. I got a couple of oracle cards for you. Let's see what we have. Okay, here we go. I allow people to witness their behavior so I can help them move beyond it. This, again, feels a lot like being pulled into a relationship for you, because in this relationship that is being unfolding for you, it's asking you to not take responsibility for how the other person feels. So this person may be somebody who likes to try to pawn off on you. Well, it's your fault. I feel this way. You didn't do this. You did that. So now it's your fault that I feel this way. No, actually, it's their own fault how they feel, because if you don't work for them, well, then I guess they better do something about it, right? If they like being with you, then they should stay. If they don't like being with you, they should go. If you're not working for them, they can't expect you to change to make them feel better. You are who you are. You have to honor that. The bottom of this deck says, I show up for myself in the world. Again, I feel in these cards the calling to get back involved in another situation with another person. And this doesn't necessarily have to be a love relationship. Maybe it's a friendship, but I definitely feel there's a relationship here that's in these cards being spoken about. I'm going to get you another oracle. Let's get you an affirmators card. This is actually the debut. I haven't used this on the channel at all. So you're the first one to get one. Lucky you. Aren't you so lucky? It must be all the love and support you give to my channel. That must be the reason why you get to break this deck in on the channel. But let's pull a card from my viewer. You know who you are. Let's see what is the message for her. And I love these because it's powerful messages with some down-to-earth humor involved. So let's see what's the message from my girl. It says, no judgment. I release myself from any and all judgments. I find my inner critic, call it into my office, and tell it to take a vacation. As it leaves the room, I let out a sigh and begin to enjoy the joy of simply being. Who hired that guy anyways? So releasing critical thinking from your way of being, from your choice of action, so that you can live without judgment. And how nice that is, because who of us actually wants to be judged, right? The bottom of the deck says power. I am strong. I am grounded. I am powerful. I am like a cross between a dinosaur and a tank, but not a tank that is used for war. I am like a peaceful, loving dino tank who feels so strong it doesn't need to do anything but be. In both of these cards here, it got the idea of simply being. Simply being, just be. So this for you, my dear, is saying, you know what? You're powerful. You don't have to do anything to prove to nobody. You just sit in your love energy, impenetrable like a tank, like a tankosaurus that's depicted there, and stay in your Joyville and release your desires, tendencies, or habits to judge others. And remember, when people want to judge and point fingers, usually, no, okay, not usually, always. Pointing one finger out means you got 3 more pointing back at you. So go dig the log out of your own eye before you try to dig the splinter out of my eye, right, girl? That's what I'm talking about, and that's what the cards is talking about for you. So with all that being said and done, let me know how this reading resonated for you. I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you, the golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at lphtarot.com, as in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours, and of course me and mine. Until next time.